This is the Barrows location of the Girls Industrial School. It is the female arm of the Government Industrial School. It's a school which has been in the media for weeks now, with lots of allegations flying left, right, center. There's now even an investigation. However, we met up with two former wards of GIS who said to us that a lot of what is being said is simply rumor. Janelle and Rashida Ned, both former wards of the Somerville, were sentenced to the Girls Industrial School. Janelle, who was in third form, was there from 2006 to 2009 for assault and resisting arrest. She was in St. Philip and St. Anne's Fort following the fire at Dodds. Rashida spent her time in St. Philip after being committed for 3 years for wandering, her first offense, as she'd leave her grandmother's house for 2 to 3 days.
When I first came in, it was daytime, like in the afternoon time. So I did not get the opportunity to go in the cell as the others stated. I went straight in. I got searched and stuff like that. And then it was with the other girls. I guess it was lunchtime around that time. So I just went straight to the mess hall with the others. And I just blind right in, I should say, because in my mind, I was saying I only had 3 weeks. So I could just play out and get home and stuff like that. But it didn't end that way.
Her behavior caused a stint in the cell.
After the 3 weeks and they went back to court, I guess we look at my records, I guess in school and stuff like that, and see it was always fighting and stuff like that. So then I got 3 years. After the 3 weeks, I got 3 years. So then when I went back up then from the court, it was behaving badly in the courtroom. After I heard I got 3 years, being honest, I was behaving badly in the courtroom. And the magistrate ordered me to go straight in the cell when I got back up there. You know? Right, but I didn't go either. I didn't went in the cell because it was like, you know, at that time, I felt like, you know, it was bad and stuff. So I said, nobody can put me in the cell, nobody can put me in the cell, and stuff like that. So the principal of the school, he came like a week after and placed me in the cell. And when he placed me in the cell, nobody but him can take you out. People are talking about this cell situation. When I was placed in the cell, I was never placed in the cell naked because it was not suicidal. Okay? I get different reasons for being in the cell. You'll be treated differently. You understand? So if you're suicidal, you can't go in there with any clothes. If you're going in there for bad behavior, fighting, or disturbing the other girls or whatever, you'll be placed in what we call a SMART, right? We will be placed in the cell in a SMART. Still won't be able to get any sheets or anything like that, which is fair.
Janelle also went to the cell and explained how it functions.
I had gone into the cell with an underwear, but that would have been because you could harm yourself with your clothing. So I would understand. I know it might sound harsh for people out there, but it's just not that you're just dumped there and this what how they treat you. You know, you get your 3 meals a day, and during the handover, staff will come and check to make sure you're okay. And you get your baths, you get your 2 baths the same way. So, you know, it's a kind of time for me. It was a time that I really understood it, now that I'm older, because I remember reflecting, because it was just me with 4 walls. And somebody would share the cell with a girl too. Somebody don't always be by yourself. And then after that, you know, some girls were punished after, but then sometimes they were going to cell with clothes on. Because then we already know your profile. Well, would know your profile and say, okay, this person is not going to, you know, she doesn't have a history of self-harm.
The stories now are worrying to both of them because they never encountered the mistreatment by staff and admit dealing with wards isn't always easy.
Because everybody just in one place and the problems. So, you know, people deal with things differently, and then some people will not react to. Some people will walk away and the others wouldn't. So then you got the staff now trying to come in to try to stop that. So imagine how many girls, because for my last time I had a roll of 38. So imagine 38 girls, and I mean girls fighting And mop buckets, when you talk about mop buckets, you talking about the metal mop buckets, throwing both left, right, you got that. Staff got that too. So for me, it's very hurtful when I hear this stuff. I'm not saying that it's peaches and cream. I'm not saying that the school doesn't need some type of reform, because the legislation or whatever that guides it would have been made years, probably even before he was born. But I mean to say, it is still a handful to work up there. I don't know with the abuse. I can't say that it's abuse. Because I feel like if the staff would get more abuse than the girls, because when the girls ready and tell you when the curse you stink, that's verbal abuse on the staff. You understand? Sometimes they might not want to hear certain things the staff say, they just burst out and curses stink, and and all that is things that I have witnessed, So I'm not speaking because I could talk. I'm speaking because I've seen these things happen.
I did not had a bad experience, I would say. It's not good. It's not 100%. The girls, we are not at Hilton, or we were not at the Hilton. You understand? It's juvenile jail, based off of big prison. So if we were being treated so well, I was being treated well, I should say.
Okay.
Well, in my year, the girls there were being treated well. Everything that we did, we caused on ourselves in terms of fighting, quarreling, planning to run away and stuff like that.
Did you ever?
Yes, of course. Everybody plans to run away. From the time you see those gates and like time come and the gate close at night, first thing is like, how I can get out of here.
We'll tell you about the absconding in part 2 tomorrow. Wendy Burke, CBC News.